Hello everyone, Tyler King here with a new episode of New Review. Today I wanted to talk about the sophomore album by American new wave band Oingo Boingo, Nothing to Fear. Particularly, I wanted to talk about this particular pressing of the album. Now this is a remaster by, and I hope I don't mispronounce their names, Rubellan Remasters, who have done remasters already of Only a Lad, which is the first Oingo Boingo album, and Good for Your Soul, which is the third Oingo Boingo album. Now, I do have their pressing of Good for Your Soul. I'll probably save a review of that video later. I know that I mentioned that album when I did my 5x5 video, saying that I want to be able to talk more about it, so I will be doing a full review of that album eventually. But I really wanted to focus on Nothing to Fear for a number of reasons. First of all, it might be my favorite Oingo Boingo album. Honestly, the more I've listened to it, the more it's on the fence between that or Dead Man's Party. But I also wanted to talk specifically about the remaster itself. I am generally more a fan of getting original pressings of albums. Now, with Nothing to Fear, unfortunately, I don't have an original pressing. I have a mid or late 80s pressing of the album, but not a OG 1982 one. So when they announced these remasters, I went in knowing that fans of the band and fans of the albums have said how great they sound, and I don't automatically dislike remasters. I think that there are great examples of them. I think that there are bad examples of them. And this one, honestly, is in the camp of phenomenal examples. I mean, this might be, honestly, the best remaster I've ever heard of any album outside of, maybe some of the stuff that Kevin Gray is doing with Blue Note with their classic series and Tone Poet series. But as far as quote unquote contemporary pop music goes, this is insane. So the first thing I want to do is I want to show, because there are two colored variants of the record, and this one is green and black splatter. So that, this side A, this right there, side B, I think that it looks amazing. And I know that for years, colored vinyl had a bad rap, and that's because it was generally a bit more noisy than, quote unquote black vinyl. I do not hear that issue at all with this. It is incredibly quiet. There is very little surface noise on it. So, already cool. But as far as the contents of the music, there are some albums where I go back and listen to them and I hear things that I hadn't heard before. Particularly with stuff like The Fragile or The Downward Spiral by Nine Inch Nails, The Pleasure Principle by Gary Newman, certain albums by Cocteau Twins. I might catch something that might have eluded my ears before. And this is no different. However, it's more like what the people at Rubellan Remasters have done is enhance what's already there. I'm going to use Private Life for an example.
Private Life!
The first thing to notice about the song is the length. So on here is the original full-length version of Private Life.
Private Life!
If you listen to this album on a streaming service, it's going to have the single version on the track listing, which is an edited version. It cuts out about 30 seconds. It is almost like a revelation listening to the version that is on here. there is far more emphasis on the horns, especially during the chorus and the pre-chorus. The guitars are much more prominent. It's the soundstage of this pressing. Everything is given far more room to breathe than it has on any other version of this album that I've listened to. It's like, and I hate to use this word, it's like a revelation. Songs like Islands or Why Did We Come? I believe it's called Why Did We Come? Yeah, Why Did We Come? Are given whole new life. My least favorite song on this album, which is the first song on side 2, Whole Day Off. I want to listen to the version that is on this album. Like I've always attested that up until maybe their 5th album, that was my least favorite Oingo Boingo song, and like it stands up against any other song on this pressing. It's like hearing it again for the very first time, and it's like you're hearing the best version of it you will ever hear for the first time. I could not recommend this enough. I know that the black and green version is sold out on their web store right now. I believe that the color variant that's left right now is, I want to say it's like red and yellow. I'll put a link to it in the description below. I am not endorsed by them at all. They are not paying me to make this video or anything like that. I just feel like I would be doing a disservice to any and all Oingo Boingo fans out there who are watching if I didn't mention how great this is, because I missed the first pressing that they did of Only a Lad. I know that they said that there's a repressing of it coming out early next year, and if I'd known at the time that it came out that it was available, of course I would have picked it up. So I don't want this to slip through the cracks for any other fans out there. I just can't recommend this enough. The album itself, I mean, the whole first side is just amazing song after amazing song after amazing song. Gray Matter is one of the best album openers, arguably of all time. Insects is just manic chaos. I love it. Private Life is phenomenal. What's after that? Wild Sex in the Working Class, and then Running on a Treadmill is just like one of the best sides of any record I think you could ever listen to. The B-side is also great, don't get me wrong. Reptiles and Samurai, like, I would love to have been a fly on the wall while Danny Elfman wrote those lyrics and sang those words for the first time. It's such a great album, and it's been given such a great treatment by the people at Rubellan Remasters. Like, you need to get this before it sells out. That is what I should just end this video with. So yes, get the Rubellan Remastered version of Nothing to Fear if you can. Holy shit. Possibly the best remaster I've heard, / reissue / re-release, whatever, definitely this year. Possibly so far this decade. Cannot recommend this enough. So thank you everybody for watching. Do you like Oingo Boingo? Do you like the Nothing to Fear album? Do you hate Oingo Boingo and the Nothing to Fear album? Please let me know what you think in the comment box below. If you've heard this remastered version of it, I would definitely love to hear your thoughts about it. If you want to get access to my review videos like this early, feel free to sign up to my Patreon. There will be a link for that in the description box below. If you sign up to my Patreon, you will be able to get things such as exclusive review videos. You will be able to submit questions for a monthly Q&A video. You get little behind-the-scenes snippets of stuff that I'm working on. And you also just get to help keep this channel growing and going. And so thank you for watching. My name is Tyler King with New Review. Until next time, keep listening to great music.